Welcome to the Real Life Weight Loss Podcast, where we cut through the confusion and get down to the truth about what really works for real people when it comes to losing weight, having incredible health, and a body that you love. We believe that losing weight is really about gaining life, doing things you never thought you could, having renewed confidence, and enjoying your body more than ever. I'm your host, Corey Little. Now let's get to it. Hello and welcome back. This is episode number 241, and today we're discussing the core problem that keeps so many people from losing weight. We can say, oh, I just haven't found the right diet yet, or oh, I just can't get into working out, or we can blame it on genetics. We can blame it on 100 different things, but really, at the end of the day, I believe this is the core problem, what I'm going to explain to you in this episode. But first, let me just say this. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. There are so many different podcasts out there, literally hundreds of thousands of just health and nutrition podcasts, and you are choosing to listen to this one. And I'm honored. I'm honored that you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you so much. Now let's do like we normally do. Let's jump right in. Let's get into this. So this episode was inspired by a recent interaction I had with a friend, a longtime friend of mine, a lady that I've known for, 20 plus years. She's a sweetheart. I love her to death. We've had a great friendship for a really, really long time. And she sent me a message and she said, don't get mad at me for asking, but will this work? And she included a link to this weight loss product. And I clicked the link and it's like this little short, maybe 30-second, 20-second video that's posed as like a interaction between two people. And the first person goes, hey, how did you lose weight? And the second person says, well, I ate in a calorie deficit, which is just like basic science. Okay, we're starting off good. Then the person says, can you tell me what to eat? And the other person responds and says, well, everyone is different. I followed Lumen. Now, this is not an attack on Lumen. This is not an attack on any program or anything, okay? It just so happens this is what the person asked me about. They said, everyone is different. I followed Lumen. And then the other person says, Lumen tells you what to eat? They responded, yeah, with a personalized meal plan so you can stay on top of your macros. And the person goes, oh, wow, so no restrictive diet? And they responded, nope, just exhale into the device and you get information about your metabolism. So this is a really brilliant little miniature advertisement. It's brilliant because it is fairly honest, but there's also some heavy kind of, I don't want to say sneaky, but heavy, really sly marketing in there. So they start off with the truth. How'd you lose weight? Well, I ate in a calorie deficit. That's basic nutrition, science, physiology 101. If you put in more than you take out, then you expend, right? If you eat more food, if you eat more energy, more calories than you burn, you're going to typically gain weight. And if the opposite's true, if you burn more and use more calories than you take in, you're going to lose weight. There are some maybe disease states or really weird things that are incredibly rare that maybe can work against that, but that's in general true for 99.9% of us. And then they said, oh, wow, can you tell me what to eat? Is that not the plight of so many people? Oh, God, I did an episode about this not too long ago. If someone would just tell me what to eat, can you tell me what to eat? And then here's where the marketing kicks in. Well, everyone is different. Everyone is not that different. Unless you're in some weird disease state or something, everyone is not. We want to think we're different, and this plays right into that. By the way, this episode is going to probably devolve or evolve into a rant at times, and there's going to be some tough love in here. So please, if I step on your toes, please forgive me, but it's only because I love you and I promise you the truth, okay? So everyone is different. Now, we're all pretty basic humans. If I cut you, you bleed red. And you may be like, well, no, but there are some differences. But the differences are not what keep people from losing weight. What keeps people from losing weight is a lack of consistency with diet and exercise. So, but this plays into that. Can you tell me what to eat? Well, everyone is different. Oh, that's right. I'm a unicorn. I'm different. I'm special. But I followed Lumen. So Lumen tells you what to eat? Yeah, with a personalized meal plan, because you're different. You're a unicorn, so you need a personalized meal plan so you can stay on top of your macros. So wait, no restrictive diet? Hold on, record scratch. No. If you're following a meal plan and having to stay on top of your macros, that's incredibly tedious. maybe you can say it's not a restrictive diet, but dear God, it's a detailed, very time-consuming process. Again, this is not an attack on Lumen. I'm going to bring all this around, okay? And then the person says, no restrictive diet. They say, nope. You just exhale. It's simple. All you need to do is exhale into the device, and you get information about your metabolism. Well, great. Guess what? You got a ton of information. We got this little thing called the internet and Google. There's all the information you want out there. Information. I did an episode on this recently. Information is knowledge. There's a massive difference between knowledge and know-how. There's like this incredibly huge gap. It's like there's knowledge on one side of the Grand Canyon, and then way on the other side of the Grand Canyon, there's know-how. There is the skill of achieving the health and the body that you want. So it's not a lack of information. It's not a lack of a personalized meal plan. But this is such beautiful. Let's see. Let me rephrase that. This is such a strategic short little advertisement here. It's so, on the one hand, it's honest, but it's also very, very slyly elite when it comes to the marketing. Okay, and it almost got my friend. And so I'll tell you how I responded to her in a minute. But let's just jump on some of these things I just touched on here. We think we need a personalized meal plan when truly only you can create that for yourself, right? I don't know what your personal taste and preferences are, and you may be like, yeah, that's the problem, Corey. I want to hire a nutritionist and explain to them everything I like and everything I dislike and let them create a personalized meal plan for me. Okay, there's 1,000,001 problems with that, but the top one that comes to mind is that 2 or 3 weeks from now, even if they create that meal plan for you, you may be sick of the things they create. You may be like, oh my gosh, I told them I liked eggs. I'm so tired of eating eggs. I told them, I enjoy sweet potatoes. I'm sick of sweet potatoes now. Only you can truly create the personalized meal plan, and it's going to change and evolve over time. But we think that's what we need. Oh man, if I just had a personalized meal plan from a nutritionist. We think we need someone to tell us what to eat. We think we need something new and something different, when in reality, what we need is to do the simple, small stuff consistently. We need to master the basics, simple stuff like eating more vegetables that aren't drenched in oil or butter or cheese, eating more protein, more high-quality protein, eating less processed foods, and not drinking a ton of calories via soft drinks or sugary coffee drinks or juices all day long. Instead of getting super real with ourselves and going, okay, wait a minute, let me think about this. I've tried 27 different diets and none of them have worked. So what's the common denominator here? Well, all the diets were a little different, at least kind of different, but I'm the same. So the common element is me. Is it that all of those diets didn't work, or that I didn't work? Maybe instead of changing diets, I need to, this kind of stings to say, but maybe I need to change me. Maybe I need to change myself. Maybe that's where I need to start. So I responded to my friend when they sent this, and I said, sure, this would work, but it's just like any other program. You're going to have to actually do what it tells you to do. And I know from years of experience with this person, lovely person, I think she's great, but she is very resistant to do that. She's very resistant to change. She loves to work out, and she does that pretty consistently, but she is very resistant to make any changes to what she eats. And this brings up the central core issue for so many of us. This brings up the core problem that keeps so many people from losing weight. We want to change without changing. Now, here's the thing. Marketers, everyone trying to sell you a pill or a product or a program, the 3 Ps, pill, product, program. That's what people are wanting to sell you. They want you to think you can change your body without changing anything you do or eat. And this plays right into what we truly want. Just give me a pill. Just tell me the secret. Just give me a new program that in some weird way I believe will do the work for me. It will change me instead of me having to do what the program says and actually change myself. It's weight loss marketing 101. You can change without changing. Our product or program, it does it for you and it makes it easy. And I'm here to tell you the truth. You cannot change without changing. You cannot and will not lose weight without consistently changing your food and activity habits, period. But Corey, hold on, man. Honestly, I don't like those health foods. I mean, that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not a health food kind of guy or gal. I don't really like veggies, and I really love having a little something sweet after dinner. I mean, is that so bad if I have just a little something? I'm not talking about like a huge like ice cream sundae, just a little something sweet after dinner every night. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. And if that's okay with you, great. Then keep on keeping on. Don't worry about it. Live your life. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself. But if it's not okay, and I have a feeling, since you're listening to a podcast called Real Life Weight Loss, that you probably want to make some changes. It's not okay with you. You want some changes with your body. You want to lose some weight. So if it's not okay, and you really do want to change your body, then it's time to realize that changing your body requires change. And you may be like, Corey, no duh, man. This is the stupidest episode. No, listen, please pay attention because you might see yourself in some of this. If you insist on only eating what you enjoy and prefer in the moment, then you'll have the enjoyment of food in that moment, but not the enjoyment or satisfaction in the health of your body in the long run, later on. Eat all the food you love and lose weight. That's diet marketing 101, and it's total bullcrap. Eat all the food you love and lose weight. Could anything be more enticing? What? That headline exemplifies changing without changing. Oh, wow, I can change my body while eating all the foods I love while not changing what I'm eating at all? That's what they're implying. Well, they're implying, wait a minute, we'll find other foods that you love that will help you get to where you want to go. But what your brain reads is, I can change without changing. Look, to change your body, you must change your brain, and you must change your habits, and this will change your life. And it can be some of the most incredible, freeing, rewarding, and wonderful changes you've ever made, but it is still change, and change can be hard. We know that, right? 99% of us don't like change. We especially don't like to change our life. If your routine is to skip breakfast, maybe grab a granola bar or Pop-Tart that leftover Pop-Tart from what you fed to the kids, or maybe a donut with a mid-morning coffee that's full of sugar and creamer, and then try to eat a somewhat healthy lunch, work yourself to the bone, then arrive at dinner, maybe 6 or 7 p.m., feeling like you could devour an entire buffet and then wash it down with a milkshake or, 11 glasses of wine, and so that you can relax and unwind from your day, then guess what? That hasn't been working for you, and it's going to continue not working for you. And then somebody like me pops up, hey, I'm Corey. And I come along and say, okay, you want to lose weight, you want to feel better, you want to get healthy, let's start eating a great high-quality breakfast. And then you might go, I don't like breakfast, man. It really kind of doesn't fit with my schedule, and I'm not really hungry in the morning. So do I have to eat breakfast? Like, I don't normally eat breakfast. So go ahead, nutrition guy, tell me, what else can I do? And it's already started, and you just can't see it, or you refuse to see it, but you want to change without changing. Yes, Corey, listen, dude, you're being stubborn. You're not paying attention. I want to lose weight, and I want you to help me do that, but I don't want to eat breakfast, and I don't see a need to eat breakfast. And I don't want to give up my sugary coffee drinks, man. Life's too short for that. And I don't want to stop going out to lunch with coworkers. That's a very important social time for me. And I don't want to have to eat a lot of vegetables unless, of course, let's be real, they're smothered in cheese because I love cheese. And I want to be able to eat something sweet every day, just a little something, nothing crazy, but I want to do it a little bit every day, right? And then I want to be able to eat and enjoy carefree at social outings and at parties. And I want to be able to eat whatever my kids eat at dinner because it's just so aggravating and so frustrating to have to think like, I have to change and eat something different than my kids, even though I know when I was a kid, I could eat whatever I wanted to and it didn't matter. So it's usually going to be like chicken nuggets and French fries or pizza and Oreos, something like that, right? But I just want to be able to eat some of that at dinner. And I don't want to say no when someone offers me something delicious at work or at a social event because that just feels weird, and I don't want to be the weirdo. And, Corey, let me remind you, I want to lose weight too. And here's the thing, man, I don't want to check in with you or touch base with you or anyone every week because that's just so time-consuming and aggravating. Plus, it makes me be accountable, and I'd rather just fool myself into thinking that I'm doing better than I really am so that when this doesn't work, just like everything else hasn't worked, then I can blame it on you or your program or my body or my genetics because it can't be my fault. Where's the Tylenol? Okay, so for those like the 3 people who are still listening right now, I appreciate you, okay? And like, this may sound silly and funny, but I just like shotgunned it all together. But these are all things, as I'm coaching people sometimes, or as I talk to people at parties or whatever, and they realize what I do, these are all things I hear. And they don't come out all together like that, because when I put it like that all together, bang, 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 all of you are like, well, yeah, well, who would expect to lose weight if they don't want to do any of those things? But when you stretch it out over the course of a few days or a few weeks, oftentimes a lot of those or all of those things come out. And then I'm like, okay, I see. You want to change without changing. Newsflash. That's not how it works. And it doesn't matter what snazzy diet marketers tell you, and it doesn't matter what some program or person promises. The truth is, if you want to change your body, you must change your brain. You must change how you think, and you must change your life, what you consistently do, period. It defies every law of science to think that you can change without changing, but that's exactly what we want to do. We want to have a body that requires massive effort to achieve, but we want the body, without all the effort. We want results without the sacrifice. We want to lose weight and not change anything about our food or exercise. We want to change without changing, and it just doesn't work. And then people wonder why they can't lose weight and why nothing has worked for them. And then the newest, coolest gadget or program or pill or product pops up on our Facebook or Instagram feed, and it sounds so awesome and so enticing, and we're like, I wonder if that would work for me. And eventually we take the plunge, paying our money, putting our hope in something outside of ourselves, this thing that we purchase, never realizing that the power is within us. That program or product can be a great guide or can give you a great strategy, but you must actually do it. You must make changes. You must change how you think and change what you do. And there are easier, more gradual, more fun ways to do that. And that is what I teach. That's what I do in my program. We make things as gradual and fun and the least pressure possible. And I provide a guide and a strategy to help people make true, lasting change. So there are easier, more gradual, and more fun ways to do it. And then there are miserable, pressure-filled, restrictive ways to do that. And that's what a lot of other diets and weight loss challenges teach. There's a really cool book that I've referenced before on the podcast called Change Anything. It's written by a team of scientists and authors who look through a ton of research about how people change. And more specifically, like, what did the successful changers do? Here's the beginning of the preface of the book. It says, if you apply the principles and tactics we outline, you can rapidly, profoundly, and sustainably change your own behavior, even long-standing bad habits. And by learning how to change your own behavior, you can dramatically improve results in most areas of your life. Now, here's what I don't want you to miss. There's a basic assumption that so many of us miss. They say in the book, what I just read, they say, by learning to change your own behavior, you can dramatically improve results in your life. In other words, by learning to change your behavior, you can change your life. You can achieve your goals and have the life you want. But we kind of gloss over part of that, and we just see a certain part of it. We just see the change your life part and totally miss or ignore what must come before it. What is a requirement that comes before it? Before changing your life happens, changing your own behavior happens. My friends, change only comes from change. If you plant changed behaviors, you'll reap a changed life. You can't keep planting the same old thing and hope that you'll have something different. We reap what we sow. It's one of the basic truths of life. You can't plant a tomato seed and expect to get apples. To change your body, you must change your behaviors, change what you do. And newsflash, here's another newsflash. I'm full of them, right? It will feel uncomfortable at times. And it will be challenging at times. And everything in your brain will try to convince you to just go back to what you've always done. Go back to the way you've always done things, because after all, it's just easier and it's more comfortable because it's what you've always known. And you can do that. But guess what? If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. Like I said earlier, you can't get an apple from a tomato seed. If you want to change, you must actually change. Sorry to be the one who's bringing this sobering, smack-in-the-face truth. But the sooner you realize it, the sooner you'll either stop trying to lose weight because it's just not worth it to you. Like if you get really honest, you're like, wow, Corey, man, I was listening to that crazy guy, Corey, and you know what? I think he may actually be right. It makes sense, right? It is a basic truth. Like if I want to change my body, I got to make some changes. And I don't know if making those changes is really worth it. So you know what? I'm just going to be at peace with where I am right now, and that's okay. So maybe you realize it's not worth it to you. And then you have peace. And that's a beautiful thing. It's wonderful. As long as you're healthy and you're happy, that's great. Or maybe this message hits a little differently. And then you'll begin to see the light and realize, like, wait a minute. I need to start embracing some changes. This entire episode was prompted by the message and the conversation with my friend. But there was a recent post in my coaching group, which I think exemplifies this so beautifully. They said, I've been working really hard on the mental part of things this month. I've had a few realizations. Number one, I think I'm more of a pretender than I thought I was. These are things we talk about in the group. So to help you guys understand what she's saying here, there are two different kind of weight loss or achievement personalities that we talk about, pretender and punisher, okay? That's a big topic for another day. But anyway, she says, I think I'm more of a pretender than I thought I was. I always thought I was 95% punisher, but after really tracking my off-the-rails times this month, I think I've been pretending that I'm doing better than I am. I've also found myself looking into other diets, but finally realizing it's not you, it's me. Isn't that exactly what I said earlier? That's the thing, gang. You need to find a program or diet or product or coach or whatever that you believe in and that you could fit into your lifestyle and then commit to it and don't look back. Because the more we start to look around at other diets, we're looking for other solutions to fix us when the only thing that can fix us is us. The only thing that can get you the results you want is you. And this is exactly why, and you've probably heard me say it when I interview successful clients on the podcast. This is exactly why when people go through my program and my coaching group and they have incredible, amazing results, and sometimes they're so kind and they'll be like, man, Corey, thank you so much. This has been so amazing. And I'm like, no. You get 100% of the credit. I'm just a tour guide. My program just is a guide. It just gives you strategies. Like, yes, it's step by step. Yes, we encourage you and coach you and help you along the way. But you did all the work. You get all of the results. You get all of the credit. You did it. Because you're the only one who can truly change your life. And so, because you're the only one who can truly change your life, you're also the one that's not changing your life. So, it's a double-edged sword, right? You may get all the credit when you're successful, but then you have to realize that means you also, you kind of get the blame. You kind of are the reason that you're not maybe getting the results you want. Just like this lady said in this moment, this light bulb moment that she had, this epiphany. I've been pretending that I'm doing better than I am. I've also found myself starting to look into other diets, like what in the world, but finally realizing it's not you, it's me. It's me. Look, guys, if you connect with this episode, please don't hang your head or feel ashamed. Please don't feel like, wow, man, Corey came with like a tough love shotgun and just blew me to pieces. And like, man, now I just feel defeated and ashamed. No. Feel empowered, because if there is a secret to weight loss, if there is a secret to changing your body and changing your life, this is it. So please don't feel ashamed. Don't feel embarrassed. Feel empowered, like someone just told you the secret. And now you can move forward in a positive direction because you have all the power. You're not giving your power away to some secret anymore. You're not giving your power away to some to some special product or program or pill. You realize, wait a minute, I got to make changes if I want to change. But that means I can do it. That means I've got all the power in me, because you do. You do. You're freaking amazingly powerful, and you can do it. My friends, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you'll share it with someone who might also find it helpful. And then I hope the 2 or 3 or however many of you would discuss it. There's such tremendous power in that. And then last but not least, I hope that you know and you never forget that there's so much more to you than a number on the scale. So maybe step away from the scale instead of stepping on it all the time. It can be one of the most freeing things you do. Don't let the scales dictate your emotions or dominate your headspace all day, because you're so much more than that. And please understand that losing weight is really about gaining life. It's not just about looking a certain way in a swimsuit. It's about gaining life and gaining or regaining your confidence and living the life that you've always wanted to. And I know you can do it. I believe in you, because I see people be successful every single day. I know you can do it. So even if you don't believe in yourself, keep coming back. We'll keep working on you. We'll get you there. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm honored you spent it with me. God bless. Bye-bye.